Welcome to today's Explainer. We're diving right into something absolutely fascinating today, the unseen structures that prop up our daily work lives. We all know the drill, right? You show up, put in the hours, do the job. But today, we're peeling back the curtain to look at the actual foundations of labor welfare and Social Security. These are the vital yet completely invisible frameworks operating in the background of your entire career. Let's just jump right in.
So here's a question I really want you to ask yourself. Work is hard, but what does this system actually do for your overall well-being beyond simply handing you a paycheck at the end of the month? You know, it's so easy to think of a job as just a simple transaction. You trade your time and skills, and an employer hands you some money. But treating work like a mere transaction, that's a one-way ticket to burnout. A truly robust labor system is built on way more than that bare minimum exchange. It's about how you are genuinely supported so you can keep functioning in the long run.
Section 1. Beyond the legal minimum.
Now notice that phrase right at the end there, beyond legal requirements. Labor welfare is all about enhancing your intellectual, physical, moral, and economic well-being. But the real magic? That happens when employers stop asking, well, what am I legally forced to do, and start asking, what can I actually do to genuinely improve my team's lives? It's a totally holistic approach. And companies that consistently go beyond those baseline legal requirements almost always see a massive return on investment. We're talking fierce employee loyalty and dramatically lower turnover. It's a real game changer.
You see, labor welfare isn't just one single thing. It actually rests on three vital pillars. First up, there's the humanistic pillar. This recognizes you as a human being who deserves dignity, not just some cog in a corporate machine. Then we have the economic pillar, which is all about ensuring your financial stability and growth. And finally, the civic pillar. This acknowledges your role as a vital, contributing member of society. You really need all three of these pieces working together to make the whole system functional.
To really get how this works in practice, this framework uses two Latin terms. On one side, we have intramural. Now, mural comes from the Latin word for wall, so this literally translates to inside the walls. Think of this as everything that happens inside the factory or the office. On the flip side is extramural, which represents your life outside those workplace walls. This draws a super clear dividing line between your active, on-the-clock working environment and your broader personal life.
Section 2. Inside the workplace. Exploring intramural support.
So, when you're actively on the clock, intramural activities provide these immediate safety nets right around your workstation. We're talking about essential stuff: medical care, rigorous safety protocols, canteens for proper nutrition, and provident funds to help build your financial security. And let's be real, employers aren't just providing these out of the goodness of their hearts. They do it because these supports make sure you actually have the health, energy, and focus to do your job well, without constantly stressing over basic survival needs.
Section 3. Outside the workplace. Shifting to extramural support.
Proper labor welfare doesn't just stop at the exit door. It actively follows you home. To boost your physical well-being outside of work, extramural provisions step in to assist with core fundamental needs, like housing. For your intellectual growth, it provides access to education and libraries. And for your mental health, it supports recreation. It all boils down to one simple truth. You literally cannot be productive inside the workplace if your basic human and civic needs are completely collapsing on the outside.
Section 4. The Indian Welfare Model, a real-world application.
Now, India provides a pretty fascinating case study here because their model shows a really seamless blend of both those intramural and extramural concepts we just talked about. The welfare model there takes these big theories and actually operationalizes them at scale. They provide education, medical care, transport, recreation, housing, and even cooperatives. Think about it. It covers the economic needs through those cooperatives, physical needs through transport and housing, and intellectual needs through education. It's just a highly comprehensive, full 360-degree approach to supporting the worker.
Section 5. The Social Security Net. Building institutional safety.
As the International Labor Organization perfectly defines it, Social Security covers contingencies like old age, widowhood, child maintenance, illness, and loss of earnings. Okay, so this officially pivots our conversation. We're zooming all the way out now. We aren't talking about day-to-day perks like subsidized canteens or workplace libraries anymore. We are talking about the ultimate, heavy-duty safety net, the one designed specifically for life's biggest, most inevitable curveballs. I really want you to look at these contingencies not just as a dry bureaucratic list, but think of it as a chronological timeline of life events and human vulnerabilities. Because let's face it, we all face the prospect of illness. We all face the scary possibility of a sudden loss of earnings. And as time marches on, we navigate child maintenance, the absolute tragedy of widowhood, and eventually the realities of old age.
Because these events are so universal, they require a massive systemic net, a true social security net, to catch us when our own individual economic resources are just completely overwhelmed.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. We started out by learning that true labor welfare goes way beyond mere legal requirements, right? It actually encompasses your whole intellectual, physical, moral, and economic self. So looking at your own personal safety net today, I really want to leave you with this question. Does your workplace see you as a complex, multidimensional human being, or just an economic asset checking a box on a spreadsheet? Because evaluating the strength of those intramural, extramural, and social security structures, well, that is the real key to understanding the true value of your labor. Thanks so much for exploring this absolutely vital topic with me today.